What's up, guys? How you guys doing? What is it? It's like Tuesday today. No, I'm joking. I know the day, bro. I mean, I am dyslexic and numberlexia too. I don't know, but today we have a special person here. We got ClickPop2A. Give a round of applause for the homie.
Hey, clap it up there. Clap it up there. That's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
how you doing, man?
Peace and blessings, family. I'm doing well, man. Honored to be here.
That's dope, bro. Thank you for being here. I know I reached out to you and you said, "Let's go."
Yeah, you know
Oh,
it. Come on,
yeah,
man. You
yeah,
know it.
bro.
I'm accepting all invites to the kitchen table, cookouts, family reunions, bar mitzvahs. I accept all invites.
Yeah, the homie Corn Pop said, "What's up, Click Pop?"
Corn Pops Revenge. What's good, my G? How you doing?
The
Everything good?
homie, bro. Yeah.
I like his avatar right there.
Guns from the Grave said, "Peace and blessings."
Peace and blessings. Hey, I appreciate Guns for the Grave, man. He
Yeah,
gave me a nice outlet, man. He a real good dude.
that's a homie right there, bro. I think he was like my second interview,
Okay.
first interview, bro. I think first. Yeah, he was like when I started doing all this stuff because before I did all this stuff, I was doing podcasting. So I was just
Mhm.
doing it like actual podcasting, bro. Like you go on iTunes or Spotify, wherever, and just listen to us, right? Like people at work or whatever. And then people started asking me like, do more. So I started doing the videos, the shows, and stuff like that. So
Nah, you legit great at it, man. Great
thank
sense of humor, and I
thank
love the way you implement your culture into it.
yeah, I'm the base Mexican, bro. Everybody loves me, bro. Hey, everybody's tuning in. All right, man. So we're gonna start this off right away, man. Let's go. Um, introduce yourself to the people who might not know you. Let them know who you are and what you do, real quick,
All
and then
right,
we'll go
so
from there.
I'm the big colonel, aka Winston, aka Click Pop 2A. I like to call myself a responsible firearm owner. And then I like to say I'm a black responsible firearm owner. You know, my goal is to change the narrative of what it looks like to see a black man carrying a firearm.
That's dope, bro. That's dope. I need a clap for that. Yo, people are showing you love, bro. That's dope.
Appreciate that.
Hey, nice AR. Hey, don't touch the AR, bro. Don't touch the.
Look, hey, listen, that's why I put it, that's why I put it behind me. You
That's
know what I'm
fine, bro.
saying? So couldn't that happen? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, people saw it, bro. Miss Tracy.
Oh yeah, that's my
Yes.
sister showing some love. Big
Oh,
support.
that's your sis.
That's my real sister. So
Oh, that's
I'll be
dope,
careful. Don't say nothing crazy because I will find you.
bro. But yeah, all right, bro. Marconi's in the house. Shout out to Marconi Armory. Remember, guys, 10% off. You could either use WTS Show or Sabr Prints, but just use WTS Show. Everything goes into the show, which is better. But yeah, all right, man. Let's get it started. Um, were you always into 2A, bro? Like, how was your upbringing? How were you raised, or like, was there guns around you all the time, or let the people know?
I'm gonna say I was never into 2A until just recently.
Yeah.
Um, growing up, it was always guns around, but the guns were, how should I say it, probably illegal. I never even went to ask or check if they were illegal.
Yeah, probably
It
not.
was crazy because the legality part was never, in my realm of thought. It just never had, I never worried about whether the gun was illegal or illegal. Just never
Yeah.
even thought about it. And it was one of those things where I got my first gun at like 15. I remember it was a Rusty 38. My mom never known I had it. You know what I mean? I just
Yeah.
single parent home. My mother raised us, And it was one of those things where I felt like I needed to be the man of the house. So I felt like men of the house should own a firearm. And
Right.
that was just my thought process at age 15.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I've seen a lot of guns. I've touched a lot of guns, but it was never a part of the Second Amendment that you have your right to own a gun. It was just about protecting myself, protecting my family, and me owning a firearm.
yeah. No, yeah, and all of this is happened in the past. I'm pretty sure the statute of limitations have already are done with all this shit. So yeah, we don't got to worry about none of that. You
Oh
know?
no, everything I say and do is green.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I'm already out. I'm already out of that.
yeah. So that's good, bro. Um, yeah, I understand. Especially with those, I was seeing a lot of people see. In my culture, in Mexican culture, a lot of the guns that everybody would carry were like 38s, revolvers,
I had a
22,
revolver. The- my, my
38.
my thought process was at a young age, the revolver is going to work every single time as long as it's loaded.
Yeah, everybody. That's all my homies. That's the same thing they say. Like they never jam, they never jam,
I mean,
and
nothing was gonna happen. And it was easy for me to pull, easy for me to load. So I mean, that was just what I was working with.
yeah, man.
Rusty 38 revolver too. No, the rustic look. Now everybody want to paint their gun rustic. Mine,
Yeah, it came like that, bro. Yeah, man. I remember. I I had this long ass 22 revolver, bro. Like that shit looked like like if from like the cowboy movies, bro. Like that shit was like this.
I hate that. I hate that.
Yeah, bro. People were like, like people thought it was like but
And
then you
for
see the
YouTube,
bullet.
this is a lighter YouTube. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's lighter. But yeah, man. Another question is, so your family was pretty much didn't really weren't into 2A or nothing like that?
Well, it's interesting because growing up, it wasn't about the rules and the laws
Yeah,
for us. If you were breaking the law, you knew you were breaking the law. But as far as firearms, laws never, came into play where I worried about getting a license or getting any training or do I need this to get a firearm? So
correct.
it's just never, the laws just never played a part of my, growing up.
Yeah. Ron Bear has a question, bro. He's saying, "Hey, what do we think about that Canada possibly banning handguns? Did you hear about that?"
I heard about it. I haven't looked at the bill. On surface, it says that, they are going to get a certain percentage of guns off the streets, and from now on, that no longer importing guns from other places. So I guess you can buy guns online, maybe in Canada, and
Yeah,
get them sent to Canada.
I don't
So I
know.
believe they are stopping that altogether, which is interesting because if the bill goes into effect immediately, then or when does the bill go into effect? So are people hurrying up and purchasing firearms right now? You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting because this is going to be like a precedent for other countries. And well, I'm only talking about the country that has the most firearms, which is the United States. So if the numbers decrease or things happen in Canada that are significantly decreased, then it's going to be copied and mimicked in other places. You
Yeah.
know,
So the thing is that I guess they're not so what whoever has a gun right now, I think they're good. I'm not sure either. I haven't
that's
really.
what I'm saying. I'm not sure because they said a pre-ban on they said pre-ban, then they said assault rifles, period.
Yeah, yeah. But check this out. This is what's crazy, right? And we'll get back into the interview real quick right now. But this is what the crazy part is that if Canada, we got Canada, right? We got Mexico. Mexico guns are illegal allegedly, right? They're illegal. You nobody could buy a gun unless you're a police officer or work for the government, right? They're already banned, bro. But they're not getting stopped. They're still getting in there, bro. Canada is gonna be the same thing, right? Because you got us in the middle. So it's either they're gonna actually really ban guns, or gun prices are just gonna be crazy, or another thing, people are gonna start 3D printing, bro.
And you know what's the funny thing? They didn't say anything about the 3D printing.
Nah,
I
nah.
mean, and I don't know, are they going to write this into the bill or not? So
Yeah,
that was interesting because they never said anything about 3D printing.
yeah. I mean, that's what sucks. So we have to wait with that Canada stuff and see what happens. But I mean, if it does pass, bro, now that's why we need to start doing the stuff that you're doing, bro, where you're going out there and training, you're going out there and learning proper ways and proper gun safety. So let's talk about that. I'll ask you the question that I think your sister asked right now. She's saying, what's your favorite gun?
Uh, I don't want to limit myself, man. The one that works. You know what I'm
Dang.
saying? That's my that's my favorite firearm.
Let's put it this way: when you got some bread, bro, when you got some actual bread, like your first time that you actually like, man, I got something to spend. What did you go for that you're like, I'm gonna drop like a good bag on this right now?
The one that I really wanted the most was, I had to say, the Desert Eagle AE50, man. I had to say that one.
Yeah,
That Desert Eagle is just, when you look at it, you know it's a firearm. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You don't want to be on the other end of it, and it has the stopping power to knock down anything in North America. So
So, so your Desert Eagle is plain Jane that you didn't like.
I don't do all mine come natural. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
I may throw a scope on it, but I'm a minimalist when it comes to those things like that.
yeah,
You know what I mean? I want mine to be plain Jane because I don't want anybody to recognize what's going on with it. You know what I'm saying? I want you to see it and not see it.
yeah. Facts. Yeah, I mean, some guns like with gold plate. Like I didn't like gold
Yeah.
plating, bro.
Yeah, gold plated. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't want you to be like that because it's only a certain amount of them. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Still-
I mean, maybe just to have something at home, like something to show off to people and be like,
Right.
look at this, but not like everything gold plated.
Yeah.
It's just too
Now,
much.
now I do want to do something to my Draco, but yet again, I don't dress up nothing. Like I said, I'm super plain Jane.
Yeah, that's dope, bro. All right, so let's talk about if people don't know and people haven't seen your stuff, they're missing out because you be doing some tactical stuff out there. And what's still in my head, and the reason that I needed to get you back and talk to you one on one, was that you told me that the reason that you train the way you train is because when shit hits the fan, you're just gonna have to do with what you got. If you're on flip flops, if you got shorts on, whatever, you're not gonna be around tactical gear maybe, or have all the tactical gear that a lot of people go out and pretend to train with or whatever. Yes, it's good. I'm not saying it's not, but what you said was when shit hits the fan, you're gonna just have to go out there no matter how you are, grab whatever's closest to you and go. um Explain to the people why you train the way you train, bro.
Well, I like to call myself a tactical civilian. And it's just about my motto is apt. It's awareness, preparation, and training. So when you add all those three, parts up, you get an average citizen who is going to the grocery store, who going to the gas station, who going to pick up their daughter from school, leaving a pickup basketball game.
Yeah,
Nobody's gonna ring you on the phone and say, "Hey, listen, in 15 minutes, shit is about to hit the fan. So make sure you go gear up." You know what I'm saying? What I mean
that's
by
great
gear
for
up,
the government, bro.
what I mean by gear up, I mean you go into the phone booth and you spin around and put your tactical outfit on. That's just not, what I'm saying, how that's just not how it happens. You know what I'm saying? So
uh,
so you need to have apt. It's the awareness, you know what I mean, to see what's going on and be vigilant when you are out and about. You need to have preparation. So
for sure.
when you do leave the house, you need to have water bottles in your car, maybe some light snacks. If you do have a bag that you can pack that has, maybe your medical, maybe a compass, a light, just being aware that you have things that if something happens, you are ready. So you need to have training. you train, you actually run your firearm, you
Right.
work on it, you have it malfunction, you see where the malfunctions is at, you pull your trigger as fast as possible, you throw it in the mud, you roll around, you run with your firearm so you know what it feels like. So when you put all those three things together, you come up with a complete person who is aware, who is prepared, and who has trained for any situation. And I believe, I'm a firm believer that if men, women, and children were prepared, they were aware, and they had the training, and not everyone needs the same training. It's levels to the training. You might not be training the child
Right.
to actually shoot the firearm, but
Yeah.
you might be training them to know where the firearm is in case of an emergency. You know what
Right.
I mean? You might be training them to call this particular phone number if this happens, you know? So it's just about, being responsible and taking advantage of the things that you can control.
Yeah, bro.
All these things I'm speaking of, you can control them.
Yeah, you're right, man. See, a lot of things. I don't know why, but in minorities, bro, we don't teach our kids about gun safety. Tell them, you see this, don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
Don't touch
Don't
it.
touch it.
And what that does is just makes the kid curious. So when we're gone, he's gonna be looking for it everywhere, bro. I remember my dad had a little 32, and I remember I was always trying to find it, bro. Like because he never even told me what it was, you know. I
Exactly.
I just seen movies and stuff like that. So I was always looking for it. Luckily, I didn't find it, but for real, bro, because I don't know what I would have done. I was a crazy ass kid growing up.
Right.
So I think we need to teach the kids, like, hey, man, look, this is that. This is how you hold it. You know, teach them how to hold it correctly in case, like you said, shit pops off. Hey, go get it for me real quick. They run in there and they got it. They hear it, you know? I mean, I'm not saying that you should count on them to do it, right? But worst comes to worst, they know where it's at. They know what it is and they know how to respect it.
So I
Because,
like I like to call it like the birds and the bees. We
yeah,
have we have a birds and the bees conversation about sex. But when do we have a birds and the bees conversation about firearms?
correct.
I also like to call it for adults. It's simple. It's the Sesame Street of firearms. And for Sesame Street, you have to start from A to go to Z, and then you got to go from 1, 2, 3 to 10. You
Yeah,
you must take these steps before you get to this point. And if we never get to this point with our children about firearms, then who is going to be getting to this point with them?
yeah,
Their peers. Right now, B, you got the internet. The
yeah,
internet probably is A first right now. Then your peers, and then you got, media or the TV. So do you want those particular outlets shaping your child's opinion on what a firearm is? And the
nah,
answer is simple, it's no. So therefore, we have to teach them by actually showing them what a firearm is, the responsible ways to handle a firearm, and letting them know that this firearm is off limits until we are in a training situation and I am training you about what this firearm is.
yeah, correct, bro. I agree with that because we don't do that enough, and it's sad. Uh, other people they teach their kids since they're young, bro. Take them out hunting, teach them how to load, and I mean, I'm noticing that little by little we're doing the same, right? It's out there, but it's it's not as mainstream as I
Yeah,
believe it should be. You know what I
right.
mean?
Correct. Correct. I think one of the issues in our community is the ignorance when it comes to firearms. And I think we are having a lot of issues simply because we haven't been using firearms in a safe manner. And if we haven't been using any tool in a safe manner, you're going to cut your hand. You're going to drop it on your toe. You've got, it's things are going to happen. And when you dealing with firearms, unfortunately the mistakes that happen are costly, and some of those costly mistakes end up losing life.
Yeah, you're
So
right.
that is why it is so important for us to communicate to all family members. about what firearms are, especially if they are in the home.
Correct, bro. I got another question that I want to ask you, and I want to get your opinion on this. Right? What do you believe with the people that are against 2A, that are saying that either because we're minorities or the color of our skin, that they're not gonna treat us the same as the white folk? Let's say that, right? That oh, why you trying to tell my son that he could carry a gun, this and that, when you know how cops are, you know how it is. It's not gonna be the same. What do you think about that, bro?
I feel like, first of all, that's a great question. That's a great question. And I get asked this often because I am in the community. And in my community, firearms are viewed as criminal. I've had people say that to me. Either you're a criminal or a cop if you got a firearm.
Correct.
So it is about, again, the Sesame Street of firearm ownership. First of all, is introducing them to what the Second Amendment is and letting them know that you have rights as a American citizen. You pay taxes, you know what I mean? You live in America. You are an American citizen. Your ID says so. You are able to go down to whatever entity that is that provides you a concealed carry license. If your state allows for that, you can go down there, barring that you don't have anything that is going to not allow you to get a firearm. But a citizen, American citizen, can go down and apply for a concealed carry license. And so we all should do that. Now, I understand that it's a lot of variables that play against, black men, Mexican women, I mean, Hispanic, whoever I want to identify each other as. And just being a minority, period, you don't see a lot of people who you communicate with who talk about legal firearms. So
Correct.
I understand that when you see a black man with a firearm, you may be thinking, okay, what is he up to? You know what I mean? Why does he have a firearm? But we have to communicate with one another. We have to show responsible firearm ownership. And we have to come together and literally have these conversations to change what the narrative it has been, what the stereotypes has been. And it's on guys like yourself, it's on guys like me. That's why I try to harp to all my people about, when you showing yourself on video with a firearm, it is your responsibility to be responsible when you are showing yourself with that firearm.
Thanks, bro.
So therefore, we are not perpetuating any stereotypes. You know what I mean? We are giving examples of responsible firearm ownership that you can emulate and take home and show your people. We not clowning, we not goofballing, we not doing none of that stuff. We not singing and dancing. That's why when I train, I'm not playing. It's
Yeah.
nothing to play here. This is not a game. If one mistake, it could be fatal.
Thanks,
So
bro.
we have to show with our actions, and we have to show, by bringing others in who are responsible firearm ownership, and then people will start taking it more serious, and then they will see that, okay, he doing it, I can do it too. And that's pretty much what it is. It's like any shoe. When a shoe drop, people's like, oh, you got those shoes? Where you get those from? Oh, I can get them too. Let
Yeah.
me get them.
Yeah, bro. I agree with it. I think you're correct that it's on us at this moment to teach our community, our family members, or whoever is around us. I know that my mom has been in the United States for pretty much her whole life now. You know what I mean? She came here when she was about 21. She's about to be 60 something. And I still have to tell her, if the cops come, do not answer any questions. Do not open the door unless they got a warrant. If the cops come, do not answer any questions. Do not open the door unless they have a warrant. No matter what they say, don't speak to them if you don't have to speak to them, because she don't. She's still scared, bro. But she's been here.
But
She's a citizen, bro.
you
She
gotta
graduated
understand, you
zero.
gotta understand too though. Like you gotta understand the period of time your mother lived through.
Yeah,
And
fact.
and when I mean live through, When I mean live through, I'm talking about able to see, really see things at age 6 and 7 and understand that her group of people were not treated the same way as another group of people.
Yeah,
So when this particular group of people come, I have to behave like this as a survival tactic. You understand what I'm saying? That's a survival tactic.
yeah,
And we are a generation of groundbreaking generation, and it was set up, by the past generation. So, we willy-nilly carrying firearms with licenses. You know
yeah,
what I mean? We moving around way different than the last 10 years ago, the last generation of people, the
yeah,
last decade, you know what I'm saying, of people. So we have to educate them on what's going on now,
yeah. You're correct.
especially that older generation.
Yeah, because I know people, bro, that were never even felons, right? They never committed a felony. They never, yeah, they messed around with the hood or whatever, but they never got caught up. And their first firearm was an illegal firearm, bro. They didn't even know how to go through the process to go and get like what they had to do, anything like that. And I was like, bro, like you could just go do it legally. Why are you now? If you get caught, now you're fuck.
But now you think about it, what building do you have to go in to get your license?
Yeah,
So for our demographic, you know what I mean? We never going into those buildings. We don't want to go. We This block is that block. We don't want to be
yeah,
on that block.
I don't want to go
You
there.
know what I mean? So,
For
so
real.
even when I was getting my concealed carry license, I had to go to the sheriff's office, and I'm like, I got to go to court to get my license. All right, I just wait to go get it next month. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. You were
So
not
it's
in there.
those barriers, and I believe that itself is a deterrent.
Yeah, for real. Okay, so I have a question, bro. Uh, what about now? Like now that you are doing what you're doing, that you're training, that you're doing everything by the book. Uh, how does your family look at you now?
Well, one thing I can say, I've always had and always will have a very supportive family. Um, my mother, she's a firearm owner. She's been protecting us her whole entire life. She's one who inspired me, to get a firearm the legal way. You know what I mean? So she's always been, I mean, she my shooter, you know what I'm saying? Point blank period.
That's dope.
So, and then the rest of my family has seen what I've been doing.
Yeah,
They've seen what I've been doing, and they've kind of like, slowly but surely tried to pick my brain and ask me what's going on. What is it that you're doing? I see
yeah,
you, you get the comments like, damn, you think you Rambo now? You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? Those comments. And I'm like, first of all, I'm 6'3" and I'm black. You could at least say I'm Blade, or you know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Uh,
Somebody like that. You know what I mean? I know I don't even look like Rambo. You know what I'm saying? So at least say that. So they've been really taking a liking to what I'm doing. My cousin, my cousins always hit me. They, kind of fascinated. So I play basketball. So shooting has been like playing basketball again, all over again. You know what I mean? I'm
yeah.
learning from scratch. You know what I mean? I'm picking the ball up, and I'm dribbling with my right hand.
Hey,
I'm
bro,
dribbling with my left hand.
sorry,
So
but
it's very comparable to
is
shooting.
is it true what your sister's saying that she needs to train and get her shooting right? What's up with that? Yeah, nah.
You say what now?
Is it true what your sister's saying? She says, like I
She
need,
said I need to train and get my
yeah,
shooting. Yeah, she be and my sister actually works for a silencer spot. So I ain't really dived into it yet, but she worked for KGM Technologies, which
oh,
is a
that's
dope.
dope.
I'm talking about a dope silencer. Yeah.
Damn, that's dope, bro. So you got your sister into shooting too? So like once you got into shooting, you started gradually getting your family into shooting, or how
Well,
did it work out?
I haven't put the family into it. Haven't put the family into it yet. I owe my mom, and
Hmm.
I'm supposed to take my niece. I want to take my niece. I owe them a range date. But I've been really collecting the data myself and learning as much as I can if possible before I teach it to my mom, before I give it to my family. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, that's dope, bro. I was gonna ask you? Okay, so
Go ahead.
what do you think about the way that 2A is heading, especially now where all these mass shootings and they're trying to do this and do that? Do you think that that's gonna help at all, or it's not? It's just gonna it's just gonna affect people that are trying to do things the right way. What's your opinion on that, bro?
It's interesting. That's another good question because I mean, right now it's a very emotional time, and when you mix emotions, with actual things that's going on, you get like this, this storm of ideas of groups going against other groups. You got the 2A advocates versus the people who want to demolish the Second Amendment. So I think it's a time right now for us to get closer together with the people that we love, and it's time to create our own communities, whereas we take care of one another. And once we start building more communities, and then we can have some power within our community, then none of the rest of that stuff matters because you are strong enough that you and your community is taking care of each other and providing for one another, that you don't need all these outside entities. And to me, it's just a lot of outside noise. As long as I continue to do the right things, I want to, always be doing the legal way, you know what I mean? And I want to continue educating and continue the knowledge because the media uses me and you to create a disconnect. And once they create that disconnect, they create a divide.
Facts.
Once they create that divide, then they create dividends.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So from the disconnect, you create a divide and then you create dividends. We
Correct.
never reap the benefit of the disconnect that they created, and they reap the benefit
Yeah.
by getting the dividends.
Yeah.
So we must come together. During these times, we must come together and not move apart, even if the views are different. You know what I mean? We still have common interests, and that's we all love our families. We
Yeah.
all want to live. You know what I mean? So we need to come together, don't create the divide, and do everything the right way. And
Yeah.
that starts with protecting the people that we love the most.
Yeah. People need to understand that they've been doing this since the Black Panther era, when the Panthers were
It's a
building a
formula.
community, and then they had the Brown Berets, which were Latinos that were getting together with the Black Panthers and helping the community of minorities, and then they started pinning against each other, send us to prison, and in prison we turned against each other and started fighting each other. And that's what people need to understand. You guys need to understand that what had just happened recently is not by chance. What happened was that they shot up a place in New York that was black people, right? Then they shoot a place in Texas that is what? Latinos mostly, right? This is not just, oh wow, let's go no, they're doing this on purpose, because now they're going to divide us and try to have us fight against somebody else, and now we start a race war, or a minority war, or whatever you want to call it. Now they could do and say, well, because we have all this stuff heating up, we need to go into martial law, we need to stop the guns, we need to stop this. You guys need to understand that we're supposed to unite more. Every time you see more violence, every time you see the media doing something, do the opposite of whatever the media says. um
It's funny you say that because a lot of people do not know that. I mean, literally, we are brothers. A lot of the slave trade came through Mexico.
yeah.
And what's interesting is that a lot of people do not know how closely related that the black and the Spanish were during the Black Panther era.
Yeah.
It wasn't no divide amongst the two. They
Nah.
were always closely related in with the same values, the same views in mind. And it was interesting because You said the Brown Beret. They brought a lot of things to the table to the Black Panthers, and also emulated a lot of things that the Black Panthers were doing.
Yeah,
So I mean, it's dope that you said that, man.
yeah, man. Um, I got a question for you. I hear you talk a lot about community, bro, and I think that's important. I think a lot of people need to understand that we're in a time where I think 2A or our Second Amendment has been questioned a lot compared to other periods in the U.S. Right? Like, I'm not saying that it's never been questioned, but I think right now at this moment, with everything that's going on, our Second Amendment is being threatened very much by all sides. Right? Um, and I think what you said about having unity and bringing each other together and trying to teach each other is what's going to help us realize that owning guns, there's nothing wrong with it. It's normal. Owning body armor is no, it's okay. What are you gonna, how are you gonna protect yourself against criminals or a tyrannical government that has weapons that could penetrate certain body armor? It's not gonna do you any good. But if you guys get together, build a community, and teach each other, that's gonna be like when you plant a fruit tree, right? You're not planting the fruit tree for today. You're planting the fruit tree for the future. Um,
Stop playing, man. Talk that talk, man.
so what I was wanting to ask you is, what do you want to do, bro? Like, I know you just started this journey at this moment, but what are you gonna do?
All right,
Let's
so another fantastic question. You know what I mean? So when I and I say this not loosely. You know what I mean? I want to say this, go on record so you can hear this. And I'm gonna introduce you to the guy that he is Spanish. He is Hispanic. The guy that I
Yeah,
really love. I can't think of his name right now, but I'm gonna let you know his name. But I want to create an army, and within this army, you have knowledge of self. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, within this army, you are community based. Because
yeah,
if you go back in the days just before Western culture, uh, you know, you created warriors. You taught men how to fight. You taught men how to protect. You
right.
know what I mean? And you taught, and a lot of the women were hunters. A
Yeah,
lot of people don't recognize that. You know what I mean? It's just so different nowadays. But a lot of women hunted for the meat. You know what I mean? So I really want us to get back to the basics. I want to get back to the earth. I want to get back to protecting each other. I want to get back to knowing my neighbors. I want us to understand that it's more than just about the guns. It's about the history of where these things came from. It's about knowing yourself, knowing where you came from so you can understand where you are going. And my goal is to create an educated group of people who are all functioning together, who all depend on one another. If I make sugar and you make bread, and then you have the water, we all need that to come to those ingredients to come together to make this cake. You know
yeah,
what I
for
mean? So you
sure.
got the chickens, make the egg, you bring me the eggs. You know what I
Right.
mean? I got the livestock, I got the vegetables. We don't have that anymore. We
Yeah,
so
bro.
far fetched, so far away from that time. So my goal is to educate my people, give them the knowledge, create a group of individuals who know how to handle themselves. They are never coming or calling for help. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? They don't need help when you have a community. When you have
No,
a community that's there for yourself, who do you need to call?
nobody,
You
bro.
don't need to call anyone. And, and so I want to create a group of independent thinkers, not just one independent thinker, but a group of independent thinkers who have future communities in mind and who are like-minded and want to see everyone win, because there is no losers when you have a great community that you all depend on one another to grow, to prosper, to eat, to love, all of that.
That's beautiful, bro. And and look, like I'm saying, this is not about brown, black, white, yellow, whatever it is. It's not about that. It's about the people getting back to realizing that we're all human. That's what a lot of us are forgetting, that no matter what we are, who we are all human at the end of the day. At the end of the day, we're all suffering the same because we all live under a system right now that is messed up, that is not helping us, but is pretty much just using us and abusing us. There's a saying that a lot of people might not agree with, but here it goes. It's okay to use each other. It's not okay to abuse each other. Using each other, we're gonna use
Mm,
each other for certain
mm.
things, right? Like you said, you got eggs,
Nah, you got
I got
to. You need
chicken.
to.
We use each other, right? But we're not here to abuse each other. Now, there's certain people out there that are not gonna, that are always gonna think they're superior than others. Oh well, you think whatever you want, but I'll tell you this: as soon as the electricity goes off, as soon as the markets don't have any food, let's see who's going to survive the most, because a lot of us don't even know how to build anymore. A lot of us can't go and catch food. A lot of us don't
Yes.
know how to hunt. And that's the problem. So what you're talking about is something that I'm gonna tell you something real quick, and it's just because you brought it in my head right now. A lot of us growing up, we don't have a culture. We don't know what our culture is. They took it away from us, and we came into this place
Come
and
on,
we
man.
didn't realize
Come
who we
on, man.
were.
Hit the clap button. Hit the clap button, man.
We didn't
Hold on. Hit the clap button for that, man. Hit the clap button, man.
realize.
Not, that's some of the realest. That's some of the realest language ever. And that's why I rock with you the long way, because I could tell that's in you, because you understand your culture and you make sure others know where you are from and who you are, and you do not sugarcoat that. You do not
Yeah,
hide that. You can even make jokes about it. You can make light of it. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Because that is your culture. But that
yeah,
is your culture.
yeah,
And I'm saying our generation in particular, culture is not what you wear to the damn cookout.
yeah,
You
bro.
understand what I'm saying? That's not culture.
Nah, it's
That's
not.
not culture. You know what I'm saying?
And the thing
So
is that,
we have to understand.
yeah, man. The thing is that, look, bro, I really didn't. I was ashamed of who I was when I was younger, because I came in here, right? I was born here, but my parents were immigrants. So when I was going to school,
Mhm.
people were trying to be American. But what is it like? We don't, bro. I was trying to learn to be American from people that don't even know what it is to be American, bro. And the problem is that,
I
like you
don't
said,
know.
in different communities, you would have power, and they would take the kids and make them become men, and they had to go through ceremonies and grow and be accepted. Like that saying, it takes a village to raise a village. Correct, because before we used to have villages, and everybody in that village knew each other, everybody helped each other, and that's how it was.
Man.
We're now so
Talking, man.
separated
You
that you
seen the
even—
movie On Bach?
which one?
You seen the movie On Bach? On Bach?
Nah, bro, I haven't. I need to check it out. Nah, you need to
Oh
show
man,
me
come
some
on,
info
man. You
later.
gotta watch On Bach. I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna send it to you. But in the
mhm,
movie, right? The boys from the village had to go climb this tree. And so this tree was like extravagant, like huge. And it was like literally a fight to get to the top of the tree. So the first one to get to the top of the tree, he gets the rite of passage. But it's
yeah,
like one of those ceremonies to become a man. You got to conquer this feat.
uh-huh.
So exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, so nobody taught us that, bro, and that's why I think a lot of us at this, or not a lot, yeah, let's say a lot of us and the newer
A lot
generation
of us. No, it's
are
a lot of us.
yeah, are lost, bro, because they don't know where they're coming from. And like you said, a lot of us, a lot of the minorities, especially, and not just minorities, bro. Let's just say people that are not well off. we are growing up without fathers, and we're looking to the next person to teach us how to be a man, when that motherfucker don't even know how to be a man himself. You have a kid, a big ass kid, trying to
Uh,
teach another kid how to be a man, bro. We're lost at this moment, and the problem is that,
it's a level
yeah,
it's a level of immaturity in adults that's socially accepted that I'm just not cool with.
yeah, it's messed up, bro, because people are thinking nowadays that money, oh, if you got money, that nah, because now you got a bunch of dumb motherfuckers selling their souls for a little bit of money, but they don't even know who they are. And what are they doing with that money? They're not even bringing back into their community and thinking about generational wealth, bro. They're just spending it because they're the ones that made it themselves. And that's where a lot of us are wrong, and that's where a lot of this problems that we see at this moment they're wrong, because people are confused. They don't know who the hell they are, and now they meet somebody on the internet and talks to them and accepts them, and they feel fall for it.
Sure.
And then you got these motherfuckers saying, man, we'll go shoot up the school and show them your pain. And then they go and shoot up the school because this is the pain I had. Now you have to feel what I felt. No, bro, nobody has to feel what you felt. You shouldn't even feel what you felt. But you need to learn to deal with it. You know what I mean? Um,
True story.
but let's talk about something else, bro. Let's talk about, where do you want to see the community going, like the two-way community in general. What do you want to see from everybody, bro?
Well, I'm actually excited about the 2A community because it's so much growth and potential that's yet and it's untapped. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's a super untapped community. I think we one thing I would like for us to focus on more is
yeah,
the positives instead of the negatives, because it's there are always going to be negatives is
yeah,
the positive what we are doing instead of the and it's always
yeah. Go
you hear
ahead, bro.
me?
Yeah, yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's always going to be negativity. And I think focusing on the negative only brings your vibrations down lower. So I think we need to continue, to motivate each other, continue to be safe, continue to pass on the knowledge, share the information. Don't
Yeah,
hoard the information. Share the information. I love to see us coming together, doing these gun camps, this training. I'm going back down to Florida for some training. And I love how it's bringing the map, closer together, because we are literally linking up with people that we probably would never even talk to, but the firearms we both have in common, and that it's that Second Amendment that we really have in common, that we've been focusing on and picked out, and we making these relationships, and these are long lasting relationships.
facts.
Just even this right here, this dialogue right here is beautiful. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? It's beautiful, and the things that we talking about, the conversations that we having, is right up my alley because I'm only having meaningful conversations, and I think that 2A community brings out a lot of meaningful conversations.
correct, man. And I think the 2A community does that because the 2A community is a community where we learn to be who we are, and we don't give a fuck about other people's opinion. In a way, we do,
Exactly.
right? We do, but we first care about ourselves, right? That's
Exactly.
how it should be, bro. We should care. People say that's selfish. No, because if I'm not in a good place, I can't give you the best of me. So you're not gonna be in a good place because I'm not
Mm,
giving you who I truly am. And that's what
true
people
story.
need to understand, bro. The 2A community,
And
especially. Go ahead, bro.
I think the community is bringing out a lot of different personalities that people normally wouldn't bring out. It's allowing them to express themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
My man said free t-shirts for everyone. DM me on Insta. I know that's
Hey,
right. Troll work.
he is, bro. Yeah, I think he
Uh,
already sent mine.
yeah. So it's allowing people to show their personality in areas that in with this 2A community that they wouldn't do. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? They wouldn't normally do.
facts. That's facts, man. Um, a lot of people don't understand that concept. And I think the 2A community has been great to me, bro. They've welcomed me with open arms, especially the 2A3D community, because the 2A3D
Yeah.
community, bro, it's a whole different crowd,
Print
bro.
game, print
It-
game, print, hey, look, print game. Hey, look, if you got to get jumped into the print gang though, because they
it-
first of all, I think it's one of the smartest groups out there. First and
yeah,
foremost, guns from the grave, I print shit.
yeah,
Uh,
IPS is good
Tane
stuff.
the Bane, those guys really know what they are talking about. You are never going to get anything past them or over their head. And when I mean never, they own the latest news, they own the laws, they own, you know what I'm saying? So it's so many things that they are paying attention to,
Yeah,
and
bro.
it's the details. They very detail orientated, which I
Yeah,
love.
bro. I with IPS, bro. If you don't hear from IPS for a couple of days, that's because that motherfucker's working on something. And when you hear from him, bro, he's gonna come up with something new, and he's gonna be, "Hey, bro, I just learned this." I'm like, "Damn, bro."
Yeah,
So
man.
you gotta be like, then that just makes you want to go out and learn, bro. And that's healthy, bro. That type of motivation
Healthy.
when
It's
you
very
get,
motivational. That's what I'm
yeah, when
saying.
everybody's
And
building,
they share the information. They
yeah,
share the
bro.
information. They don't hoard the information. They
Nah,
actually love to see others doing it. You know
yeah,
what I mean? That's why y'all started what y'all started the roast. It's a you roast them, but you want to see these new products. You want to see what people are making. You
yeah,
want to see other people press the issue, move the needle. So that I mean that right there in itself, and it's a non-hate community. Nobody is hating. I mean, and that's very rare for to see that nobody is hating. Everybody is pumping everybody up. Everybody builds each other up. That's love right there, man.
yeah, bro. It's amazing because like you said, it's nobody's hiding information, bro. Like I
Ah,
was talking to a
I
homie
love
a couple days ago, and I said, "Oh man, I don't got that file." And he's like, "Send me your email, bro. I'll send you the file right now." I'm like,
on,
"Damn,
man.
for real? Troll works,
And
bro."
it's shit like that. It's shit like that where it makes you feel good. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? It makes you feel good. Like, okay, there are people out there.
bro. Troll works right now. He ain't bullshitting. He'll give you a
Oh, I'm about
t-shirt.
to DM him like 7 times from three
Yeah,
different accounts. What the
bro.
fuck you mean?
He'll give you a t-shirt, bro. Like I mean, it's a bunch of people here that are amazing, bro. That and that's what people don't understand, that when you get a community like this, you got to stick together, and that's what they're scared of, bro. They're scared of people like us that are lighting that torch, lighting that flame, and passing that shit around, because we're not gonna just make a big explosion, bro. With each little light we pass, bro, we're gonna light up the whole fucking nation, bro,
Oh man.
and that's what they're
Together
scared of.
is together we could together. It's always together.
Yeah,
And the more people you can get to bring out and be on the same page, then you start creating more of a community, more of a community, more of a community. And people understand what you're doing and they see it, and then they can spread the word. And then this is taking people out of depression. Like
yeah,
literally, people, their anxieties are going down because they have people they can literally go and talk to who actually talks to them back. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
these things, what you're doing is giving people an outlet to express themselves and doing it in a friendly manner where it's not negative. So you feel more comfortable in creating. You feel more comfortable open up as a person.
Hmm. Yeah, bro. And the thing is that look, I'm gonna say something. A lot of people don't. I don't know. I don't care. I think COVID was a blessing, bro. People don't understand that. Yeah, COVID, whatever it was, it was. But I don't think whoever created COVID, the powers that be, thought that COVID was gonna do what it did, bro. And that's why they're scared now to start a fucking next COVID, because people came out of COVID more united. They were finding ways to create. They went
Mm,
in on a mission, bro. Started reading, started searching, started realizing that the government is actually full of shit. I mean, a lot of us knew that, but a lot
A
of
lot of
people,
us, a lot
regular
of us do
people,
it,
didn't,
but
bro.
you're right. A lot of people, and it was interesting during those times that you saw a lot of your friends changing their conversations. They
Yeah,
was no longer talking to you about certain things because these things that they normally talk about was no longer happening. They were
yes,
literally shut down. So you had to change the conversations. So listening to what they are talking about now versus pre-COVID has been beautiful to me because
yeah,
I only want to have substance in my conversation. The things that I wanted to digest and eat, I want them to be substance for my body. So why
yeah,
wouldn't I want the same conversations for my brain?
bro. I met this guy, right? And he told me that somebody told him that if you meet somebody and every time you have a conversation with that person, you keep growing and learning, stay with them, like keep
That's
talking
who
to
you
them.
with.
But if
Yeah.
but if you meet somebody and every time you talk to them, you don't gain nothing from them or learn nothing new from them. Not saying gain, but like
Right.
knowledge wise,
Nah,
you need to move away because that's the people that are gonna bring you down. You know what I mean?
come
You need
on,
to
man.
go the way that you gonna be elevated and your mind's gonna start working and connecting things, and you're gonna be like, damn, shit. Now I feel normal because he's thinking the same way I do. You know what I mean?
It's called heavy talk. That means
Yeah,
it weighs on you. It's not,
yeah,
it's something that you remember.
yeah. You see everybody saying, bro, COVID got them 3D printing and
Yeah, that's
oh,
dope.
yeah,
And one thing about it is it struck a creative chord to some people because they was looking for an outlet to express themselves. You couldn't express yourself in the normal outlet, so boom, here you go.
yeah,
He
bro. The
said, I
homie
grew out a
says,
full beard because of
yeah,
COVID.
COVID, yeah, purple man, bro. That bro, your sister's putting work, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
She's dope. All right, bro. One last question that I have for you is, what do you think is gonna take, bro, for the people to actually realize that 2A banning guns is not gonna fix anything, bro. That banning guns is not gonna fix anything. That teaching the people and educating the people is gonna be what's gonna be what's gonna fix stuff. Do you think certain people are gonna get it, or do you think people are just gonna
I,
stay
I
the
I have to
same?
say this one quote that always stuck with me. And the quote is consistency is greater than occasional greatness. So it, within the 2A community, we got to consistently be responsible. We got to consistently educate our people. We have to consistently be doing the right things. So once we keep up with this consistency, then we can allow others to see how we are living, how we are moving, how we are portraying ourselves, how we are handling ourselves. So when you consistently see something, it becomes a normal. Now, what we are seeing right now with the firearm ownership is not a consistent trend. It is what they call a flash in the bottle. More black women bought firearms during COVID than any other demographic. You know what I mean? More minorities bought guns during firearm than any other time period. So, with that said, it is a new crop of firearm owners. So, with that new crop is going to come the rhetoric. What is the rhetoric? It's the narrative that is created by the media, but it's not the narrative if you are not living that way. So we must live the responsible way. We must cut down on these firearm incidents, accidents, and even showing, what I'm saying, irresponsible firearm ownership. So as long as we are consistently moving toward that goal, then others will look and they will see and they will start to understand because it will be next door to them. It will be in their household. It will be around the corner. It will be down the street. So these things will be normal. and the activities that we are on, they will respect. And once you get that respect, then you get the narrative to be changing and swaying in our favor.
Yeah, that's facts, bro. All right, man. I appreciate for having you here, bro. It's been an hour. It's been an amazing hour. Um, all his stuff is on the bio. So I mean, you only got that Instagram, bro. You need to get that YouTube, bro. We need to work on that for you, bro.
I'm
So his
gonna get. Like I said,
yeah, bro.
I'm gonna get with you,
For
and
sure.
I'm gonna run some things by you. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be my manager, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, well, let's go, bro. We got this. All right, guys. Subscribe. All his stuff is down there. You know how to do it. The links, everything. ClickPop2A on Instagram. We're gonna get them on YouTube soon, and then we might start something on Mondays. I'm working on a Monday show where it's more just the talks we were having right now, bro. So if you're down for that, let me know. We'll talk right now. Thank you guys. I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in. Um,
Anytime,
yeah,
anytime you call, I'm picking up, man.
yeah,
Anytime.
yeah. Let the people know anything you got work going on right now or anything you want to let them know, bro. Nah.
All right. All right. So I got the Click Pop 2A, merch. You could get right now the hoodies is sold out. I may bring them back though, but we got t-shirts. We got the preparation hoodie that's sold out. We got the awareness white tee that I'm wearing right now. And I got the shooter gray training t-shirt that I also have. I got patches. I got stickers too. You know what I'm saying? These all are friendly reminders for you to stay on point. Another one of my slogans is if you're going to stay on something, you might as well stay on point. So we just want to continue to promote responsible firearm ownership. Shout out to my sister. Y'all might see me wearing her brand. It's called Slim Frank Apparel. And I just want to continue to, make my mother proud, keep doing the responsible things. And I appreciate you for having me. You've been showing love from day one. Anything you need from me, all you got to do is reach out, and I'm going to make sure I put all the effort in to making that happen, Captain.
All right, bro. Appreciate that. All right, guys. Take care. Don't let go, bro. We'll talk right now. I'm gonna end it, and stick around, bro. Stick around. All right, guys. Take care. Thank you for joining us, and see you later.